Hi students, today is Thursday. We are going to work on our map project. You are going to go into your Google Classroom and find the Chapter 2 topic folder. We are beginning Chapter 2, as you know, this week. And so go to that textbook link in your Google Classroom. And if you scroll through the first part of Chapter 2, you will find this map. And how you get to the big version of this map is click the link that is an interactive link right above to the right of this graphic in the textbook. And teachers can help you find that, but there is a little interactive link that you can click and it'll pop this right up on your screen. And this is what we're using today because you are drawing your own map. So what you can do is you can freehand draw a map if you're confident in your artistic abilities, which we want to encourage you to try your best to do that. You can freehand draw this map nice and big on a piece of computer paper because you're going to be adding things to our world map throughout the next few weeks. So this is something you want to keep safe. Keep it somewhere in a folder. If you have anything at home, social studies folder, you could keep it in there. Okay, so drawing your own map using this, you can also pull it up on your screen, and I have seen students very successfully trace off of their Chromebook screen. So that's fine too if you're like me and want everything to be exact, okay?
I wish we were in class, boys and girls, because you could see me do my freehand drawing of this, and you would laugh and laugh and laugh that Africa does not look like Africa, and nor does Asia. But like Miss Richards said, you have two different options. You can try and freehand, or you can trace if you think you need to. But to do this project, you just need the general idea of the world. And so looking at this map, we can see that it's not the same positioning as usual. Usually we have North and South America right here when we put our maps, but they've repositioned this map with Africa and Europe on this side and the Americas over here because we want to highlight where the strait is and noticing that because we're talking about the migration of humans. So on your personal map that you draw, you are going to use the information on this map to be able to trace and draw arrows as to where scientists theorize humans came from and moved to. Now, again, we've talked about this several times that we only have the information we have right now. So knowing where the oldest human fossils were found and then other human fossils and carbon dating those and tracking those, this is what scientists know. That's not to say we might not find something down the road that's different, but for now, this is what we know. So, and it says that kind of right here on this document. So you'll see that we know that that human remains were found in East Africa 90,000 years ago, maybe as many as 130,000 years ago. And then people move to other parts of the world. We also touched base a little bit on push and pulls. Why would people move? And we'll follow up with that a little bit tomorrow as well. So knowing that people did travel because we don't live in Africa right now, at some point, somehow people got around, you are going to notice that this number 9 is the oldest spot where we have documented skulls found. Well, not just skulls, but fossils, human bone fossils. So right here is where you're going to start this project. And your job is to draw arrows to where humans went from there. Where did humans migrate to from this spot where we have evidence? So you can see they've drawn in one arrow. They've gone from number 9 to number 8 because the numbers go down the further away they get over time and over space from this original spot. It explains it a little bit down here. It says, draw arrows from each large number, the old date, to the smaller numbers, the newer date. So for example, you should go from 9 to 8. And they've done that one example for you there. And you'll draw on your handmade map 9 to 8, 9 to 8, and then you would guess right, 9 to 8 to 7. They went further on. Remember, this takes thousands of years to happen. This is not something that happened quickly. We're drawing it quickly, we're showing it quickly, but remember, this was thousands of years of activity from humans doing this movement, this migration. And then we can see from here 9 to 8 to 7. Now we're moving on to a different continent. So 8 to 7 to 6, and we can see how this would progress moving into Europe, moving north into Europe, and so forth into Asia, and then into Australia. Remembering that there was an ice age that allowed the ocean levels to drop, which then allowed more Earth to be shown, so humans could walk more places because there was more Earth exposed because the ocean levels had dropped. We saw that video earlier this week. We also know that people didn't get on boats until it was a little more secure. They were not advanced enough to do boats, so boats don't really come into play for a while. But we do have to acknowledge this as well. How did humans get from here to here? That was also the Ice Age, if we remember correctly, because humans had to have a land bridge to walk across. And so we're noticing that, and then we go from 3 to 2 to 1 to 2 to 1. So noticing that as you draw your map. I want you to go ahead and try your best on this. Draw your map, add your arrows, and do your best to notice where humans went to and which areas were populated first, and then onwards from there.
And one last thing that I thought of while Mrs. DeAngelis was talking, please use a pencil as you do this. And teachers, make sure kids have the ability to erase, make sure everything is very, very neat because like I said earlier, we're going to be adding things to this map. So it's not finished once you're done with this activity. There's going to be other things we add to this map as well. So you want it to be very, very neat. And I know when I use pen or ink, I mess up and I have to scribble or use whiteout, and that gets super duper messy. So just use a pencil for this activity so that when you move forward, you don't have a bunch of mess ups everywhere.
Great idea. Didn't think of that.
Yeah,
Good
there you go.
Okay.
All right. Have a great time today in class.
Have fun with this, you guys. It should be kind of creative and fun. Enjoy it. Have a good day.